if you don't have the pre-authorization, if you don't have the money, if you don't have the job, it's not an excuse because you're actually giving yourself excuses.
Hello, and welcome back to the Real Estate Effect Podcast, a show dedicated to real estate investing right here in Quebec. Boom. And today it's a pleasure and an honor, as you can see. And if you're listening and you can't see, I have Christopher Salador right next to me.
BetterCallChris.
BetterCallChris. Oh, that's true. And Chris is a broker and also hosts a YouTube channel, creates a lot of value for investors on the real estate market. And it's a pleasure to have you on today, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yes. So what do you want to tackle today?
Okay. So we had conversations like off air, obviously. Off cam. And the thing is, so there's been a lot of things happening lately. And what we see is still a lot of buyers are coming back in the market. And you work with a lot of investors that might be maybe earlier on in their journey. And what I wanted to see is, given the experience that you have over the last 14 years now, 14 years, congratulations.
That doesn't make me younger.
Yeah, but it makes you more knowledgeable.
More mature, for sure.
And so you've seen patterns over time.
Yes.
You've seen people come in, come out, and you've had a lot of repeat business.
Yes, definitely.
And so I wanted to, ask you a broad question, and then we'll go a little bit more specific. Kind of, what advice would you give to people who are starting out in the real estate market today? Okay.
The first thing I would say is don't wait. Don't wait for anything to be perfect. Don't wait. If you don't have the pre-authorization, if you don't have the money, if you don't have the job, it's not an excuse because you're actually giving yourself excuses. Actually, what you should do is take action on the things that you have control with. You have control of your time. You have the control with the money that you could produce, that you could make, and the other assets that you have. So put all that together with the people that could complete you, that could help you, that you could leverage into your deal, and then make things happen.
Build a team.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's crucial. And, for a lot of things in life, we think we can do it all. And sometimes we can, but we go really slow. But when we build a team around ourselves that have a different skill set, we can go a lot further.
Exactly. And because a lot of immigrant, because I'm Haitian, and a lot of immigrant, we have the mentality of, no, do your things by yourself. Don't talk about your business or projects with other people. And in the field that we are in real estate, and especially when people are doing like big deals, it's never one person. It's a team. It's partnership. It's LP with GP. It's stuff like that are able to do like big projects.
And to surround yourself with people who are just a little bit more advanced. And I'll give an example for this. Like, I used to want to hang out with like the Grant Cardones of this world, like the Montreal investors who have 1,000 units. And I realized it's great, but their conversations are inspiring. It's just that they're so far, so much further than me that it's almost harder for me to relate to. But when I hang out with investors who have 150 units, that's a lot closer to where I am. So it makes sure that it pulls me up. So I always try to be in the right room so I can learn from other people.
Totally. So don't give yourself excuses with the tools that you have, the people that are around you that share the same mindset, the same values. Try to see if you could build a little team and then take action and start, get in touch with a broker to have some listings and stuff like that, and then start doing showings and then make offers.
And then throughout your 14-year career, how many times have you seen people that say, yeah, I want to invest, I'm ready and stuff, I'm just waiting for fill in the blank. Interest rates are too high. It's too competitive. It's too hard. And so, we both attend a lot of events, and I always want to kick people in the butt when I hear that. Like, how do you deal with that situation?
For real, I try to motivate them as much as I can. But at the end of the day, one phrase that I tell them is that, you know what, that's the difference between adults and young kids. Because the adults, the more mature, the more sophisticated investors, they're not going to wait. They're not going to wait their purchase or their next deal because of the interest rate, because of this, because of that. They're not going to find excuses. Actually, they're going to be more proactive in moving things forward compared to the, like, let's say the beginners. Yes, for sure, there's doubts, there's insecurities and stuff like that, but it's most of the newcomers, the new investors, that gonna excuses to not take actions, and it's boring for them because as times fly by, the price, the window to get into real estate getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and it's going to require them more money just to take the same deal that they could have purchased a couple years ago.
And so both Chris and I are part of the mastermind that we host with equity builders. And one of the things that we actually talked about today was the importance of getting educated on financing, because real estate, yes, okay, you need to have knowledge of how it works. Real estate investing is actually pretty simple, but it doesn't mean it's easy. And so you have to be educated of how it works. And I could, the deal pipeline, the deal flow. But then it's, how do I pay for this? How do I finance this property? And I find so many people are kind of, I don't want to say cutting corners, but they don't educate themselves enough of it. And so they may have a good deal, but then they choke when it comes to actually past their due diligence when it comes to doing the financing. So we're still learning, and we acknowledge it. We don't know everything. There's great products and great institutions in Quebec. We have some great banks, not always easy to work with. There's Desjardins sometimes who offers like special products. With your client base, like, what do you see the people that you have that invest consistently when it comes to financing? What is it that they do differently than others?
You know what? It's funny. Even though they don't have the full money or they're missing some key components about the financing, they're still going to move forward. If the deal is right, they're going to proceed with a promise to purchase. They're going to move forward with the due diligence, and whatever's going to come out for the mortgage specialist, I need this, or you need to put more money, or this and that, blah blah blah. They're going to figure it out all along the way. They don't wait until everything is perfect. They just, if they see a deal that makes sense, they move forward with it.
Yeah, and at the same time, it's scary because we've all been in this situation where we have an accepted offer to purchase. It all checks out, and it's, you're a month away. You don't know how you're going to pay for it and finance the bloody thing yet. But hey, you'll figure it out. I lately have been in this situation, and I lost some sleep.
Yeah,
I got
for
a few more white hair, but in the end, you know what? We're getting it done.
I had one of my investor at the end. Everything was done, and the mortgage specialist come back to her and told her, you have this that you need like $10,000 more, but you needed to pay this debt and then send me the clearance so I can send you the final approval. She didn't have the money. She called a few of her friends. Hey, wire me this money, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to give it to you back. And then boom, boom, boom. We made the deal happen. And that same deal, within the first month, she increases the rent, one tenant left, and not even two tenants left, and not even in 2 months.
Wow.
The revenue were around like 39,000, and she increased the revenue to 52,000 a year.
That's really
in
good.
A couple weeks.
Man, she almost doubled her property value.
And she didn't have the full money to close the deal, but she found it.
Yeah, but think about it. Some people listening to this might say, "Oh, she just got lucky. The two tenants left." No. She didn't get lucky. She put herself outside of her comfort zone in a hard situation where she had to make some of those uncomfortable phone calls to friends, borrowing 10K. And what came out of it was extremely positive and extremely successful. But think of the discomfort that she was in for that period of time. So, she didn't steal it. She earned it. She earned it because she chose to put herself in discomfort first.
Exactly. So no excuse, guys.
No excuse. Okay, so get out there and do it. Okay. Secondly, you focus, I think, a lot on the North Shore of Montreal, huh?
Not even. That deal was in the South Shore, actually, in Saint Chrysostome. I bet a lot of people doesn't know where it's at, but no, I go all around. But I love the thing that I like about real estate, or especially when you're searching for deals, is like a lot of people are focused on the main areas like Montreal, South Shore, Laval, or whatever. But you know what?
There's
Right,
opportunities everywhere.
there's opportunities everywhere. And yesterday I had an inspection on a fourplex at 635K in Joliette. A lot of people going to be like, oh, let's go to Trois-Rivières or F Montreal, this and that. But at a sixplex at 635,000, still a good deal, because and
Depends on revenue.
On the revenue, but 4, 5.5.
Okay. Yeah. Big units.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. You know, that same building in Montreal will be like 200, like 300K more.
Oh yeah. Easily.
So, and her deal because that's
Joliette.
That's Joliette. But the woman I was talking to you about, it was 615, not even 610 in Saint Chrysostome for a sixplex.
Yeah.
610.
See, that's where I love looking at the market, because you can see like all sorts of prices, all sorts of different locations with very different ratios. And you look at something in Saint Chrysostome and you're like, oh, that's cheap. Yeah, but for over there it's expensive. But if this price and this property was in Montreal, people would be killing each other for it. So it's you just have to know the local specificities.
Exactly.
Wow. All right, man. Chris, where can people find out more about you? Because we met, I was on his show and the episode aired a couple weeks ago, and I'll put it in the link below the description. Yes. I highly encourage you to go check out Chris's YouTube channel, BetterCallChris.
No, actually, it's if people want to find out more, follow me, subscribe to my channel. It's Immobilier 101 with Christopher Salador.
That's it. Immobilier 101, but his slogan is Better Call Chris.
This is my tagline.
Yes. I know. I like it. It's like the lawyer. Like, if you're in trouble, better call Chris.
Exactly.
All right, Chris, thank you very much for today. It's been a pleasure to have you on.
Thanks for the invite.
And we will do more. You'll see more of this. We're talking about different types of collaborations.
Yes.
And I'm very open to it. And I want to do more of that, because in the end, I just want to create value for all of you who are listening. We're looking to buy properties and scale your portfolio so you can do so with confidence. There you go.
Boom.
Chris, thank you very much for today. As usual, keep researching your market, make some offers, close some deals.
That's it.
Thank you.
Yes.